to the first episode of our podcast. We're your hosts, Oscar and Alex.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to our first episode of Good Boys. That is us.
Yeah, that is
We
our
are
name.
the
Because
Good Boys.
couldn't come up with anything else. Goodfellas was taken.
Yeah, unfortunately. Good movie though.
Yeah, because of the movie.
Damn.
It's totally because of the movie. Anyways, we've been putting this off for months, almost a year. I'm assuming it's a year.
It's felt like a year that we've been putting this whole podcasting
Maybe
off,
like 2 weeks.
honestly, but hey, we're here.
We're here. We're doing it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
We might get canceled after like 5 episodes.
6. I'm going for
6.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, everyone's doing this, but
Yeah.
we're best.
I mean, I feel like we're not gonna. It's not just gonna be the podcast. We're gonna do like other shit later on.
Eventually, but hey, that just depends.
Eventually, even though like I
else.
really want to do drunk viewings of movies,
Sounds fun.
but this man here wants to wait on it.
Nah, we gotta wait on it.
I would.
Nah.
I would
No,
do it
wait.
right away. Bust out the Coronas watching Fast and Furious.
Bust out the Coronas now while listening to this.
Or
How
you
about
can
that?
do that. You can do that.
Bust one out with the
Not
boys. while
sponsored
you-
by Corona.
Not yet.
Anyways, virus is bullshit. People are gonna die.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, we can just cut that. Phew. There's a lot going on in this world. there's like not that much to talk about other than
People are either
people
suffering, or
suffering,
they're having fun.
which is an everyday thing. We're just suffering a lot more and having more fun.
I don't know. I feel like people find the risk of oh, look at me, if I go have fun, I might get Corona, but look at me, I'm still having fun.
I feel like I've had the Corona.
You feel? Explain.
I'm not explaining it. I'm just saying I feel. Like I felt like
You can't
I did.
feel like
It's
you
like,
have it.
yeah,
You gotta have a
yeah.
logical
I mean, like,
reasoning
there's
as
no
to why
fucking
you
way
feel.
that I'm just going around here not having the fucking
Were you at-
getting the contact of it or whatever.
Could you say you were at least coughing or something?
Yeah, that's
Well,
an
now I'm
everyday thing.
concerned.
Not because
Yes.
smoker lungs. Obviously. I
Oscar
don't
is
smoke.
quarantined, guys. Do not fear.
Do not fear quarantine. I mean, I don't
Yes.
feel like I should take it as serious as I should, but I kind of forgot
should.
about it after the whole like Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh yeah. I mean, granted, a lot of the people at the Black Lives Matter protests were very cautious about it. Like a lot of them were actually like using their PPE, their gloves and shit, their
Yeah,
masks.
I'm not that hardcore. I would wear the mask, but I'm not that hardcore. to wear
Yeah, they were pretty respectable about it. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of states messed up with opening up pretty early, me included. Me living in Texas.
Yeah, because you guys are a whole different breed. Stupidity.
I don't know what happened to people here in the state, but some people want to blame the governor here, and he's part at fault. But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people here don't listen, so I want to blame both.
When in doubt, blame both.
No, I mean, I can see why people are blaming the governor because like he opened up a lot of things pretty early, but a lot of people still weren't paying attention. Like a lot of people will be at the stores, even though a lot of stores recommend maybe like 1 or 2 of you at a time at the store, but no, people like to bring like all 8 of themselves or something, and like the store gets packed, and then they wonder why the store's packed. And
I think it's just the fact that the virus doesn't really kill people. I mean, it does kill people, but like,
it kills people who are screwed with certain pre-existing medical conditions.
yeah, like if it was me, I don't think
and
I'd
older
get
people, of
killed.
course.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'd get killed by the virus.
But the thing about the whole virus is that
Yeah,
everyone
but you
just
can still
wants
spread
to-
it. You can still spread it.
You can still,
Like,
you know,
carry it.
you can still carry it, and I mean, honestly, to us, it's just like, hey, we still gotta protect these people that aren't gonna get protected from it. Like that's honestly the slowdown of it. But it's just weird that a lot of people made it like a whole political opinion, like, oh, this thing is like propaganda.
I'm
That's
being
trying to control-
oppressed
I'm
to be
being
locked up in
oppressed.
my own house
the
where I have
mask
Wi-Fi and
work.
working lights and food and water.
Exactly.
And
People,
even though I have internet, I can watch more movies.
I mean, it's just like if everyone,
I'm
if
oppressed.
everyone had just stuck with this from the very beginning, to like actually staying at home. Because look at other countries around the world, like the EU. Like their numbers are starting to go down on a lot of those European countries because they've actually been listening. And a lot of people here just like, I don't like to be told what to do type of thing. And I mean, that's the good thing about America. Like, hey, we have this freedom of speech and freedom to do whatever we want. But at the same time, some people like take it way too seriously. Like they don't see the greater good. They're just like, no, you can't tell me what to do. It's like, no, there is
How
a greater
dare you
good.
tell me to
We
wear
have a
pants?
common
I do that every
enemy.
day.
We have a common enemy to like avoid this, but no one's doing it.
Yes, our common enemy is capitalism.
Because people, oh my god, no, don't do that. No, we're not doing that. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just people need to be more responsible, and it's funny because a lot of people that say, "Oh, stay at home," are like the same people that aren't staying at home,
Yeah,
and I've
like
seen it.
I don't tell people to stay home. I'm just like, you can do whatever you want. Like, it's your fate. it's
Responsible, honestly.
your fate. I don't care. Just
Like Six Flags is open, and I'm just like, or and Disney World, and I'm like, why?
because they need money. How else are you're gonna do it? Attend it
I
through
mean,
VR?
Disney should be fine, but I mean, Six Flags is like, doing whatever they want, I suppose.
I don't know. People say like maybe it just has to get worse so it can get better. I like how you're more well informed in this than I am. I just don't
No,
really
I've been paying
care.
attention to it because I mean, Texas hit a pretty big spike the other day where,
Maybe you guys deserve
in
it.
one day, I don't know, man. I mean,
I'm kidding.
to be
Totally
fair,
kidding. Totally kidding.
so Oscar here lives in Kansas. I mean, they weren't doing pretty good for a good while either.
I mean, what happens in Kansas anyways?
Exactly. No one cares about you guys.
The only time people care about us is when we're mentioned through the Wizard of Oz bullshit, or when people say,
Or
"Get the
Superman
hell
every
out of
once in a
Dodge.
while.
You gotta get the hell out of Dodge," and we're like, "Ha," just chuckle.
Just chuckle.
Because
No, yeah, but Texas.
I watched the Sonic movie, and like when he literally said that, I heard like a guy in the background like, "Ha, ha."
That's weird.
You gotta get the hell out of
I
Dodge.
still have yet to watch that movie. Matter of fact,
Still haven't fucking seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Fucking
No.
cock. You like Sonic, and I don't even like Sonic. I just don't care
Yeah,
about
I
it.
do like Sonic. I mean, to an extent, but like, I haven't watched it. I really should.
Yeah, I mean, you watched the fucking Pikachu movie, but not the damn Sonic movie.
Well, Pikachu movie is currently more accessible. I mean, I'm not gonna pay for the Sonic movie. It's one of those movies that I'm not gonna pay for to own it. Detective Pikachu just happened to be on Hulu at the right time, and I was like,
It's on
hey,
Hulu?
it is on Hulu.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe is coming together slowly.
It'll never happen. I say that, but it'll probably happen.
Probably happen. They already Illumination's got that Mario movie coming up in like a year or two. Of course, with Corona, maybe it could be pushed back.
A lot of
but
movies
they
got
do have
pushed
that
back.
Yeah, a lot of movies did get pushed back.
But
that one probably for
there's
sure.
some coming out later this year. We got the James Bond movie, Wonder
Are-
Woman,
Are a lot of these done? I mean,
that
I'm
Christopher Nolan movie.
pretty sure a lot of these are in post-production, correct?
Some movies just started fucking filming.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they're filming the Batman right now.
Oh,
Like they resumed filming.
the Robert Pattinson one?
Yeah, the Robert Pattinson one.
How do you feel about that?
Ugh, I don't know. I haven't learned much about it.
All
I
right,
just
based
thought
off of previous Robert Pattinson works, how do you feel about him maybe being a Batman? A good Batman or a bad Batman?
it'll be fine.
It'll be
They got
fine.
Matt Reeves in it. And Matt Reeves is directing it.
So what do you think, like a mid-tier Batman?
Mid-tier? They're making it more grounded, which it'll be more.
Do you think
How
we're
do I
gonna get the
explain
same backstory that we know from every single Batman movie?
No shit, Sherlock. What are they gonna?
Well, it's just
what are
that.
they-
Like that's what Batman v Superman failed to do. Like I'm just like, bro. Like even though it's very annoying to see the same subplot, the same plot rather over
But
and
it's part
over.
of his character.
It's
though.
part of his character. It's part of the integrity of the character.
You
It's
can't
just
just like show up, and be like, I'm Batman, and
I mean, granted, a lot of us do
Guy's
know
ass
about
and-
it, but like, think of people that were teenagers or whatever, like don't really know about it as
don't
much,
really know about Batman's story.
or like Spider-Man. I mean,
Everyone knows Spider-Man.
they skipped
His Uncle
Spider-Man's Uncle Ben, who's not
They-
mentioned throughout the
The
whole
only
MCU.
the only excuse is that they kind of mentioned it in Civil War.
All
That's about
his
it.
initials
That's
were
about
on this suitcase whenever he went to Far From Home.
Yeah, but
To
no
Europe.
no mention of Uncle
No
Ben.
mention of him. Like, ground your characters a little bit more. I mean, granted, Spider-Man was just thrown in randomly in Civil War, but they could have at least like explained what happened. Maybe in the.
I mean, I was fine with how they explained it in Civil War.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they threw him in pretty good, I would say. But like, if they had just expanded a little bit more on his character, in Homecoming, I think it would have solidified him a little bit better. I mean, granted, we all know who Spider-Man is, but it's still.
I think they just relied on the fact that everyone knew his origin. You didn't have to talk about it, and I think that's where they kind of fucked up.
Yeah, no, totally.
Still like Tom Holland, but
he's a good Spider-Man. I won't lie.
He's just good. Like, I don't think he's the best.
He's still good. I wouldn't.
It's not even nostalgia. It's just I like Toby. I prefer Toby's Spider-Man.
You just like the memes.
I haven't even seen a single meme. Like, I rewatched these movies the other day. And they're still better. They're better than Homecoming.
Pizza Time.
Far From Home and Amazing Spider-Man's kind of easy to top.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door.
I can't go a day without at least quoting.
I can't. Or Star Wars.
Oh, fuck Star Wars.
You and a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, you guys have way more issues than fucking.
No, it's more of a movie thing with Star Wars. I think they're doing pretty good with TV shows. I'm really hyped about that Obi-Wan Kenobi show on Disney Plus whenever it gets around to that.
Oh yeah, and a lot of Disney shows got pushed back too. Like.
Yeah, that must have. Well, granted, Obi-Wan Kenobi was already on a. I guess they were rewriting the script, if I remember correctly, last year.
They're still like in development.
Yeah, no, I guess they rewrote the script or something because I guess they weren't cool with what the first script turned out, which is, I mean, probably backlash from like Rise of Skywalker or any other BS Star Wars.
Maybe they just wanted. I mean, it happens. They say like the first script, you're right. It's not gonna be your official script.
Yeah, no, I mean at least they have time. They're taking their time and not rushing it because like we've seen that countless
Plus,
times.
they know that all the fans are watching them like fucking hawks.
Honestly, they're just like, hey, don't mess up.
Now they're just worried of them messing it up.
I still haven't even seen Rise of Skywalker, and I don't think
You're just a penis head. You just
no, bro. The moment I saw Palpatine,
the
moment I saw Palpatine was back, I was like, no, we're not doing this.
Nah, that laugh.
Nah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Sheev is definitely my favorite character in all 6 movies up until that point. Don't get me wrong. He's my favorite character, but he's dead. Granted, the whole cloning thing was done in Legends, the Legends timeline, but like this wasn't like set up or anything. They're just like, oh, he's back. And that's it.
I know. He's like, the dead speak. And I was like, what the hell? Like, there was no hint of him even coming back.
There was no, like they're just like, oh yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's here. He showed up late to the party.
I just don't like lazy writing. Like if you're gonna solidify.
No, that was just straight up lazy writing.
It was very lazy writing. If you're gonna solidify something in a universe, you should like at least have a reasoning. Like maybe like plant some seeds from beforehand.
You're very opinionated at that. You have a very high opinion of a movie you never did fucking see.
I'm watching it. Maybe I'll probably have to eventually.
Just watch it.
Maybe we'll drink to it. Maybe
we can drink to the Rise of Skywalker. Either that or. Yeah, just that one. Wait, quick question: do you have epilepsy?
No, I do not.
Okay, but because there's a lot of flash. There's like a lot of.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some of those scenes on YouTube. Like honestly, Rise of Skywalker is one of those things that like I've kind of like picked up a little bit based off like scenes I've seen and parodies and whatnot.
They're just out of context scenes.
Yeah, I mean I can more or less. I mean if I can think of it right now, let me try to piece the plot together in my head. I mean, all I know is that like I think it's been a year. It's been a year since, or like around there. And honestly, I don't even know. I just know they fight Palpatine, and then Kylo Ren dies, and after kissing Rey, and then she's like, "I'm Wraith Skywalker."
Keith. That's what it felt like. Like 2 actors just going like.
I mean,
Keith.
That was one of the better things of the trilogy. I like their relationship.
But I don't think it was romantic though.
It wasn't romantic.
It was just like.
That kind of felt forced. It was just kind of like I'm conflicted, and she's like, "Damn, same." And I mean, at least
are dead.
At least, well, I mean, not Leia up until then.
So you haven't seen the fucking movie?
No. I just said that. Up until then, I know about her death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was gonna die anyways.
I mean, My least favorite death from that whole trilogy was Admiral Akbar. That man did not deserve.
Shut the fuck up.
Did not deserve to die. They took him out. They took him out dirty, bro. Like, from Last Jedi. They took him dirty. I mean, granted, he dies right before that stupid Force thing Leia does. Yeah. We don't talk about that either.
They didn't even bother to like.
Do you think we can write a better trilogy if we use the current story they have?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, if it were up to me and if it was possible, I mean, they didn't because like they were trying to like please everyone in the last movie. But if they had gone the way they did to Rise of Skywalker, they could have planted at least Palpatine from the first movie, like little tiny hints where everyone's like debating about it up until Rise of Skywalker. Like that would have at least been like, oh, he's gonna come back. Oh, he isn't. Yes, he is.
It's funny though. I mean, there was a video where some guy explained like, oh, Palpatine, what's his face?
Yeah, I did see that video.
Ray.
Before.
Yeah, he was saying that. Everyone's like, no, that's bullshit. If they do it, that'll be stupid. And they fucking end up doing it. Now. Honestly, probably J.J. Abrams saw that video. Was like, yes, this makes sense to me.
This does make sense. Nah,
this would cause enough controversy for everyone to come see this movie.
And then I don't know.
He was literally there for shock value.
Honestly, I don't know. There was a lot of rushed things in that trilogy. There really was.
What else is there? Oh yeah, the whole Community thing.
Yeah, what about Community?
Okay, so see, like this is why I don't like the idea of like streaming services, like shows being on streaming services and stuff.
Why?
It's because they're.
What they do?
Well, it's because like they have the power to like alter scenes or delete certain things.
Can you name another example?
Shut the fuck up. You get I'm getting there.
Okay, fine, chill.
Sorry, got a little aggressive there. So I didn't notice it till today, cause I've been watching Community.
All right.
I've been rewatching it.
Yeah. Oscar here's a huge Childish Gambino dick rider. Donald Glover dick rider.
It's just shut the fuck up. It's not because of that. The fucking show is just good. Clever.
We can talk about the show being good, but sorry, go on about the whole streaming service.
They deleted this episode where these characters play Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
It's one of their best episodes, I think. Maybe like I give it like top 11.
Top 11.
It's 11, maybe 10. Anyways, there's this scene where they're like introducing themselves as the characters that they chose, and one of them does like a big. He literally paints himself black.
Oh no!
You ever seen The Hangover?
Yes, very big.
You know that Mr. Chang? I think that was his name. No, Mr. Chow.
Yeah.
Oh, the he's in the fucking show. Yeah, he
Ken Jeong's name of the actor.
Kim Jong. That's his fucking name. Yeah.
That's the actor's name.
Yeah, him. He literally does a whole black face. Like he's literally black, like black, dark, really dark, and he had like white hair. And he's like, I am an elf, the magician, or something like that. And then, well, the thing is, like, even the show addressed it, like, isn't that racist? Like, one of the characters even points that out, like, isn't that racist? And then it kind of debunks it, like, oh, they're making fun of it. They're not saying like, they're not straight up making fun of blackface. They're making fun of the fucking concept of it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I mean,
there's nothing. It is racist, but they're not doing it to be. It's
racist, but they're not. Yeah, exactly.
But that's the
They're bringing it up to like, hey, this is like not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like, it's a joke. I mean, because it's a comedy, right? So comedy, like, but I mean, at least they're acknowledging it's not good.
Yeah. And The Office too got altered too as well.
Really?
Yeah, because I think from what I read, because I haven't watched The Office in forever, but I guess there was an episode where they did a blackface.
I get the racial undertones that come from blackface, like, oh, like this is a way like they used back in the day whenever they were doing it.
I mean, Tropic Thunder did it.
They
did it really well though.
They did it very well. It's just like people just see the oppressive side of it from like the past, and like I completely understand. Like it could be offensive, but like at least.
But they're not using it like in a. offensive manner. It's not
Granted,
like
they were using it very offensively, and luckily we have a lot of black actors who are hired today, and well, in the last couple years, 30 some, I don't know. I'm not very good with Hollywood, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
I don't know, but blackface was a big bad no-no. I mean, at least we make fun of the concept of it, but
Yeah,
we all,
'cause
we all
it's a
genuinely,
silly ass thing like
we
that people
genuinely,
used to do.
yeah, they used to do was really, I mean, it was bad,
It was
but it was just like,
bad.
why? I mean, because they didn't want to hire black
But
actors.
now they're like, oh, we're gonna tear
I
down,
mean, look at the same way with plays back in the day with Shakespeare. They didn't hire women. They had like younger men or like
dressed up as women.
they dressed up as women. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like they don't do that nowadays, obviously,
I
but
mean,
like that's how they used to do it.
a show did it like that, they would make fun of it, like, oh, we had to dress us up as a woman. Like, why? We could just
And then the
hire
people,
women. Nah, fuck that.
the same people that make the argument, they're like, "Oh, well, white chicks was racist." I'm like, "No, bro. Like that was just them being funny. Like, don't take it too seriously." Like, what was I gonna say? I don't
I
know,
mean, it's a racist. It is like a huge racist thing,
but it's funny.
and I get why people don't like it. Like,
But it's just people's counter argument to say like, "Well,
but
they're
they're
just
what I don't get is like why you're gonna like bash a show that's making fun of it.
when
They're
you
not.
have
It's not like they're like, how would I say this?
you wouldn't have Donald Glover on board if he wasn't doing it.
Right.
That's for sure. I mean, this granted this happened way many years before, but this is the same man that made This Is America.
But it was just a commentary. That's what. Sometimes that's what it is. It's just like it's just
This
a social
commentary.
commentary.
People take it literally.
Yeah, you just kind of like if you ever get offended by something, it's like, oh, you're kind of proving their point a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's
And plus, like,
it's
we're mature enough. We got this. I mean, like, it's not like
supposed to be mature themes. These are supposed to be taken in by mature people.
yeah, it's just it happens. Like we can't just like get rid of it just because we don't like it.
Honestly, I don't know. People dumb. That's all we gotta say.
People are dumb.
People are dumb.
People are dumb sometimes.
Maybe it's the people from Texas complaining about this.
Maybe it's just the Texas in you.
Yeah, tisk tisk.
Tisk. Yeah, that's what's happening, and I didn't notice it till today, because I was like, oh, and I looked it up too. I was like, oh, it's not on here anymore. So that's what I don't. They said they're gonna put back that episode whenever NBC launches their fucking streaming service
I
too.
think they're too late to that now.
They're too late.
I feel like they could be.
What?
What can you watch on NBC? That's
You got Community, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think The Good Place. I don't know if they own The Good. I think they own The Good Place.
These are a lot of.
That's the shows I can name.
I don't know. These are a lot of these programs are programs.
Probably getting them wrong. Well, it's funny though, because we're just reverting back to where we came from. We're like we're having channels and shit, and now you have to like buy certain bundles.
Yeah, it's
You're like, oh, if you get this deal, you'll come with Hulu, Netflix, and like the Disney Plus thing.
oh yeah, because Disney Plus. Because me personally, I have that bundle that has Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Like it's
See,
cool.
like we're going back to the whole channel thing, and
I mean, granted, Disney owns ESPN, and then they have that huge stake in Hulu. So I mean, that's probably why a lot of it they have that bundle for themselves. Because Disney being the monopoly they are, or on their way to becoming a monopoly.
I don't blame them, to be honest.
I don't know, but I mean, let's see. So Netflix. I mean, if we had to discuss all the streaming services, Netflix is still a classic. They kind of do their own little. They still do all their. They have like indie things going on, like.
Because they know they're gonna end up losing the like licenses to the shows and.
They
movies.
will, but like I really like a lot of the directions they're going with. They're being very experimental with a lot of.
I kind of get annoyed with their whole sci-fi apocalyptic thing.
Yeah, they do. They do that.
They do it way too much, and I'm just like, bro.
But hey, they're already winning with some collaborations. Like they have Nickelodeon, and Avatar being back on being on Netflix has been
and then Community being
blast for the time being.
For the time being.
And I've noticed that a lot of the three main cartoon channels from for us yesteryear, Cartoon Network, Disney, and Nickelodeon have all kind of like chosen their sides.
Yeah.
Like Disney has Disney Plus, obviously.
Obviously, all the
Nickelodeon, yeah, and the Disney movies.
It's just that they have the heavy hitters though.
They do have the heavy hitters, but honestly, to me personally, Like I most of it's just been like stuff I like grown from. I don't know. Like there's only a couple things like not a lot of things I go to for Disney Plus. Like maybe let's watch a Disney movie all together. But like me personally, I can't. There's nothing bingeable for me on Disney. I mean, granted, if you're watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which is pretty bingeable, but that's the thing about Disney. They kind of have something for everyone on there. They got Disney, they got Star Wars, they got Nat Geo
Marvel,
for some reason,
Marvel,
Marvel. I mean, if everyone wants to
National
binge on,
Geographic.
yeah, I don't know what. Hey man,
That's funny. They
let
just,
them. Hey,
oh,
let them
you want to watch
let them go
something
off
about
about it.
animals? It's right there.
I don't know, but no, Netflix. I like how they've been pretty experimental. They have a lot of programs that keep people talking, like Tiger King and whatnot. Still haven't watched it,
I
but
watched maybe
there's
like
a
a
lot of
couple
things I don't watch.
episodes.
Yeah,
I couldn't really get into it.
you couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I just gave up and just looked it up online. Like, okay, like what was this all about? Oh, okay, he just sent someone to kill somebody. Great. And but they were two terrible people. I'm like, oh, I don't care then.
Fucking Carol Baskins. That's all I remember
Fucking
from that
Carol.
whole week. That whole week that show was going off. I was like, man,
They
should
still
I
got
watch it?
we still got
But no.
Amazon Prime. That one's not that bad.
Amazon
They've
Prime
been
isn't one I haven't really dipped my toes into too much. I
they've
watched
been
The
adding.
Boys.
Oh, The Boys is fucking good.
That was good. Very very graphic, but I mean, I'll take it.
It's really. They released a clip the other day.
Yeah, I saw
When
it.
they introduced Stormfront.
Solid 9 out of 10, I would say about The Boys.
Solid.
I don't want to say I was grossed out by the gore, but it's just like after a while, I was like, okay, I get it. This is just the gore fest, and I was like,
Because
okay,
it's real. It's
it's
grit. It's not your dad. It's not your mom's superhero show. It's your
I
dad.
mean, it's not. I mean, it's good. Granted, it's super good, but like, I don't know. I just like, I would just be there and I'd just be like, more gore. Yep.
It's really funny though.
I would get bored of the gore. Is that weird? I'm just like, oh,
No,
okay.
we just got so desensitized with it.
I don't know. It was just like, there's the gore again.
You're just desensitized from it. There's like so much gore online. You can literally look up someone getting shot in the head if you wanted to. Yeah.
Decapitations on
Yeah.
bestgore.com.
Don't go to that website. Don't go to that website. Don't go, please.
Okay.
Just don't
I
go.
didn't send you there.
What else is there?
Nah, but there's Netflix is being experimental. Disney Plus is just kind of, I guess, playing it safe because I mean, besides Star
They
Wars
just
and I guess
started.
yeah, HBO Max is one that's kind
That's
of
been like
hitting
it's
me a
like
little.
going up in your face, like
It
join
did
our
go up
service,
in our.
bitch.
I mean, they've got some heavy hitters. They got Cartoon Network,
DC.
DC, Comedy Central,
In fact, they've been using DC a lot more though for their marketing.
and they should because I mean,
Yeah.
everyone is purchasing DC Universe, bro. Don't just end that and then just move it to HBO Max. I guarantee you, uh, everyone will be happy with that. I mean, it's already on HBO Max, I'm assuming. I have yet to touch the service, but I am interested in doing so.
I'm waiting till Zack Snyder's Justice League comes out.
Yeah, honestly, same.
That's the one I'm waiting for.
That or what's that show called? The one by J.G. Quintel.
I
The
don't know.
the guy that made regular show.
The one that they were supposed to release.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like on TBS like 2 years ago, and I was so hyped about it, and then like it never dropped, and then I was just like, yo, so what happened to this show? Oh, close enough. Yeah. I mean, it just looks like a very adult version of regular show.
Yeah.
I mean, he's voicing the main character. I mean, it's still kind of weird that the side character isn't voiced by Rigby's voice actor. But
No, it's not.
I don't know. It takes some getting used to. What kind of cast do you think they have?
I don't know. I didn't look it up or anything.
I'll look it up.
Cause I saw a trailer of it and I was like, yeah, it looks.
I don't know any of these people. Just J.G. Quintel. You know, I don't recognize any of these people. Except maybe this guy, but I don't know. I'm not gonna butcher his name. But yeah, no. That's probably the only thing I'm hyped about. Because I was hyped about it at first, but it never dropped. What other streaming services are there? Hulu's kind of pretty laid back, I'd say.
Well, they have a decent.
They have a pretty good category. I mean, there's things on there that like I watch, like Akira. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's
I
on
own it.
there. You own it?
Yeah, I own it. It was like $5 at Walmart, and I just grabbed it.
What is it, like a
It was
regular
just
DVD
yeah,
or
it's just a regular DVD.
no Blu-ray or nothing?
It's fine.
That's fine though. But yeah,
There's
no.
certain movies I just own on DVD, like just for the fucks of it,
Yeah.
because they were like cheap and they were right there, and I didn't want to bother ordering online. Like, it's right here. It's $5. Like I have Casablanca.
Canada.
Uh, I don't know. We're just gonna go back to illegal streaming again. And if you haven't done that already,
Unless you can afford it all.
not condoning illegal streaming. I mean, it happens, but
We're gonna go back to the good old days. I mean, I don't know. It's more of it's at our fingertips type of thing. At least with cable, whenever that was supreme, it was just kind of like, great. Now I gotta wait till this is on, or like, oh, don't forget to DVR it, and it's like, great.
those days.
Those are the days. I mean,
That's how I watched How I Met Your Mother.
when it was just Netflix and Hulu, partially when it was just them two, like it was just kind of like, well, they don't have this show. I mean, granted, people illegally streamed anime for like the longest time until they started coming out with their own services for that, like Crunchyroll and whatnot. Like, I don't know. It's just people just want to start streaming. People just like having stuff at the access very easily. Like same with that music streaming, like Apple Music and Spotify and whatnot. Like just like you'd rather pay the $5 a month than like buying every single album, like digitally or physically, because I mean that's what promoted illegal downloads in the first place, you know?
Yes.
Nah, but yeah, no. People just like having the access, but because there's so much competition, and it's a lot harder because like there's a huge difference between music streaming and TV streaming. Because at least with music streaming, every service is gonna have practically almost the same music catalog. I mean, with of course like some exceptions. Like I know at one point, I don't know if Spotify still doesn't have "Watch the Throne" by Jay-Z and Kanye West, but I remember I had a friend that would complain about that.
It's like it matters.
It doesn't matter to granted.
It only matters to certain
the
people.
TV.
Where's
the
the
TV
damn
side.
album?
But it's the TV. Yeah, no, and some people like would get mad, like, why isn't it dropped on Apple Music yet? But it's already like on Spotify or something.
Or when
But
Drake released views on fucking Apple Music.
because I mean, yeah, that was like the thing that was pushing that platform at the time, and then
Oh, that reminds me. Apple Plus has a streaming service too.
Apple TV Plus. Yes,
Apple TV Plus, whatever.
I had that for free, but I never used it.
Fucking penis head. Why don't you use it?
Cause I don't have access to it. Like all I have it is on my phone. I want to get an Apple TV, so I could probably have access to it. But like I've been putting it off for a good while.
You should probably use it. You know, actually take advantage of it and see if like if it's any good.
Yeah, I should, but will I? Knowing me?
Knowing you, because you don't want to put the time and effort into something like that.
No, I don't.
But God forbid. God forbid.
God forbid. But yeah,
So
no, at least
if Kanye had a fucking special in it, you're damn well.
dude, Kanye makes me do anything, bro. Freaking whenever.
Dick Rider calling me childish Gambino Dick
You're
Rider.
a dick rider, bro.
You fucking suck his dick. That's
You're
what you make love to Kanye.
You're a cocksucker,
You don't even
bro.
you don't even just fuck. You just make love. You emotionally invest your well-being to him. You stare into his eyes.
You do the same thing with Childish Gambino, bro.
No, I don't.
Homeboy will drop it down like the Nasdaq, and you'll be like, holy shit.
No, because he's like the side chick. You literally treat Kanye like he's your main boo.
My guy, go watch Atlanta, and I promise you, you're gonna cream your pants.
I've seen Atlanta.
I'm saying, you're gonna go watch an episode, and then boom.
Oh no.
You are throwing me under the bus.
You're gonna watch Jesus is King movie.
You're gonna watch that.
You're gonna be religious. Only because you said like let's watch it. I was like okay, even though
you're the movie guy. You dick ride movies.
Okay, it's way better than just dick writing Kanye Best over here.
Kanye Best, you admit it.
Do I?
Yes.
I miss the old Kanye.
See, I had someone once say that to me, and that's how they get me to like keep it going.
Straight from the go, Kanye.
Dick writer.
You're the dick writer. You can probably recite like how many fucking songs by now?
That whole
I can
song.
play you. I can play you a fucking song right now, and
Yes,
you'll
but
be like, "Oh, I know what it's called."
copyright. But
It's,
due
it's,
to copyright
it's
reasons,
my
we can't be
liquor.
doing that, sir.
Did you know that he wrote it when he was drunk or something? You're gonna give me some stupid
Some
ass
shit
fact.
like that.
Did you know
Power.
what the
It's
war?
like
Did you know
3,000
that
hours to make
that scene
Power.
where Kanye and Kim are in that motorcycle? That was filmed on green screen. I couldn't really tell in my first view.
Oscar, you being such a gay fish right now.
Yeah, I'm being such a gay fish.
Yes.
Are you using gay as a derogatory term on me?
Perhaps.
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 But JK. But JK. Yeah,
Simmons.
yeah, that's all the streaming services that I can think of. Go back to the streaming services.
Who do you think should make a streaming service next?
Nobody.
That hasn't said anything.
You should just stop.
There's gonna be an illegal website for like all the streaming services eventually. Trust me.
It's always gonna be there. It's
It'll be based out in Russia, and they'll be like
never-ending battle. Because someone doesn't want to pay $11 a month.
Well, it's because if you add all the streaming services together, you pretty much get a cable payment.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean, the only live TV I care for is like sports. That's pretty much it.
Hulu, Amazon Prime.
At least they're bundling and at least trying to make it a little bit more affordable for people.
Yeah, with Spotify, it came with Hulu, and that's where I got it.
I guess the only thing would have to be
just pay that much. Like, and when you start adding the numbers up, you're like, I really want to pay this.
Plus the actual internet payment to like watch it on your TV.
That. Oh, what?
Like to actually pay for the internet. No one buys cable.
Oh yeah.
We just cut our cable.
I always tell my mom, like, just take out cable. We don't need it. No one's gonna use it.
No one watches it at my house. We already cut it for good riddance.
It's only there for background noise.
It really is, or for like older Mexican relatives that like want to watch Telemundo and Univision, throw their new opinion at them.
Yeah, just leave la novela on.
Or like.
Pinche Rogelio, me chiriaste, way.
Whoa! What were you going on about right there?
No.
Who's this Rogelio? Why are you? Who hurt you?
I'm just making it up. I'm just making it up.
Of course you are.
Whatever.
Dude, imagine if Univision came out with a streaming service. Unless they probably have.
What'd you say?
Imagine if Univision had a streaming service.
So I'm gonna laugh. I feel like they do.
Do you think? And they probably have something. I mean, what is there to stream on Univision?
Wait, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
My fucking laptop's dying.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, be right back.
Oh, they do have a streaming service. Reading on Univision's streaming service. They do have one. It's called Univision Now. And you pay $10 a month, and it's very intricate on how they do it. My question is, who's using it and why?
Nobody. No, because nobody would do that.
What are the shows they offer on Univision now? Oh, you got Alma de Ángel. You got Al Punto con Jorge Ramos. Amores Verdaderos. It's a lot of telenovelas from what I'm seeing. Do they have exclusives at least?
I don't know.
It is a lot of telenovelas.
I don't think there is.
It is a lot of telenovelas. Okay, and they have a coronavirus show, I guess.
What?
Something. I mean, I think it's just information on the coronavirus.
Oh.
But I don't trust them to give me that information. They have El Chavo del Ocho. That's cool.
You just don't trust Univision.
All right. They got El Chavo del Ocho. I think that sold me already.
Fucking Mexican.
Do I get the whole series? As long as I get the Acapulco episodes, I'm fine.
Oh, I forgot they did that. It was like one of their big episodes.
They have La Rosa de Guadalupe. And I can watch all 8,000. Honestly.
We should watch those episodes drunk.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Y esta
we
Rosa
have to
de
put
dónde
subtitles
apareció?
in English, so in case anyone that watches this
Dude, all their shows are weird. They got some soccer. I mean, that's interesting, you know.
don't understand Spanish.
They have their news channels. I mean, that's all I can think of.
If you're bilingual, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, these are. And then they have that weird show with the guy with the long hair. That was weird. I mean, they sold me with the Chavo. Maybe if they had Familia Peluche, I think it'd be fine. But I didn't see it on here. I like to have the first two seasons of Rebelde. I guess that'll sell people who were into that 10, 15 years ago. Well, now they're like, what's that, Mr. Robot? Is that what it's called? The hacking show?
Yeah,
They have something like that.
they do.
Yeah, it looks really
Señor
cringy.
Roboto.
I don't know. It looks really bad or something. I don't know. It looks like it. no.
Spanish novelas are a blessing and a curse.
Yes, they are. You hear that every day, and it's just bad. Vecinos. But they they do
They're
have
just so over the top and dramatic.
well, they do have a Derbys show. It's the XH Derbys. The variety show he had.
Why are they like that?
What?
Like they're just so dramatic. Like why?
I don't know. I don't think it takes a lot to impress.
The music's intense for no reason.
I mean,
Everyone argues in every single
it's
scene.
pretty basic programming. If you think of it like a sitcom here, like a pretty generic one,
That's their fucking.
or soap operas of yesteryear, like
Yeah, they're literally soap operas.
they
They
just
are
like,
soap operas.
they are. Well, yeah.
No, they are. Don't even try to justify that they're not. They are.
No, because at least they have like superstar names at least over there. It's like they'll see. No. For them, yeah. Like an actor or actress will be with the show, and they're like, "Hey, we know this one from this previous show." Because like honestly, think of it like anime, where it's like seasonal anime.
No.
It's kind of like that. No.
No.
I'm saying plot wise. I'm saying like how they work. It's like very seasonal. Like every year, every season, there's a new show to watch. Anime's like that too. Every season or every year, it's always a new show, the hottest show. That's like for them in a way. I'm not saying it's the same.
No, I'm not
Type
just
stuff.
not saying no because of that. I'm just like no, it's because they're just cringy as hell. That's
I don't know. Maybe there's a good one that we'll find eventually, and we can drink to that.
No, it would be La Rosa de Guadalupe.
No, it'll be that episode.
No, we're doing La Rosa de Guadalupe.
Okay,
You
but we
gotta
get to drink.
escape it.
How about the Familia Peluche? We can do that one. That'd be a good one, I'd say.
No, but La Rosa de Guadalupe is iconic.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they're actually still going.
honestly.
God knows how many fucking seasons they have. I bet you it's not even a lot. It just feels like there's a lot of episodes and seasons.
I don't know. They do one for like topics, like different topics and stuff. Like they've probably done their coronavirus episode. Like whenever
I've heard about that.
maybe a school shooting episode. Like whenever something happens, like just kind of like,
School shooting
or
episode.
like the apps, like the weird apps kids use. They do something like that, something related
Yeah,
to
like don't talk to strangers on thing. I think I've seen like an episode like that.
something like that. They're always doing something like that.
¿Dónde está mi hijo?
And it's bad because like it influences like Mexican parents to like think that kind of way.
It's like someone's mom wrote that show.
Someone's mom is watching,
And
and
no,
then they're
someone's
like,
mom
"This
just
is how I
like,
should react in this scenario."
partying, drugs. Let's do cocaína. ¿Qué?
Alexa, play the Narcos theme song, which I don't have the copyright to.
Which I have not seen.
I've seen the first season. It's pretty good.
I tried watching one episode.
Didn't want to watch the rest of the series, but it
Yes.
was pretty good. From what I saw.
I don't feel like it's too late for me to get into it.
Yeah, it is, because, I mean, they're not even doing Pablo Escobar anymore. They went out to, like, Mexico or something.
I mean,
Unless they got Diego Luna, though.
I mean, I figured it wasn't gonna be solely centered on Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but it just felt like it
It
was.
said Narcos,
time.
so I assume it was gonna be, more than one.
All of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I assumed they were going to be focused on just him at the time.
Maybe
But
just for a season. Next
I
season
think
you
I
can
have
do.
like 2 seasons with them, 2 or 3. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Netflix.
So
Novelas.
what are you currently watching right now?
Nothing. Just Community.
Nothing.
Just kidding.
Community.
I have a thing where like every time I go on break at work, I watch like one episode.
I don't know. I've been on a pretty weird. Ever since coronavirus started, I've been on a pretty weird anime binge. I don't know, which is weird because before Corona, I wasn't even like a big fan of anime. I wasn't even watching it. But like Currently, when I'm watching some mech anime, Gurren Lagann, it's pretty fun. Been pretty good writing. I've been told it had a weird, depending on who you ask, bad ending. So I was like, let's find out. But so far, it's been pretty good. And then
Watch
I've been rewatching Avatar, of
Community.
course.
Watch Community. Everyone that's listening to this, watch Community. 6 seasons of movie.
We're
No,
not watching.
movie. Or watch.
If you
You will. You just don't want to watch it because everyone keeps saying to watch it.
okay, if you watch Community, you gotta drop it like the Nasdaq.
The what?
You gotta drop it like the Nasdaq.
If you like the show, you'll like it.
I probably will. You said the first 3 seasons, correct? To watch.
Yes. First 3 is great.
Why is that?
Four. That's because the creator got fired after 3.
But why?
Why? It was bullshit excuses. According to him.
Just
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of drama.
No, there was a lot of drama. Oh shit, my bad. There was a lot of drama between him and one of the actors, and with the studio heads too. And
Yeah.
they brought in new writers for season 4, and they knew, they're like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. So you can kind of tell throughout the whole season, and they ended up rehiring the creator back for season 5 because they realized like, shit.
But it was too late.
It was, the damage was done. They ended up losing
Does the final episode of season 3 at least feel like a justified ending?
for season 3
The final episode of season 3, yeah.
in a way. Yes.
Okay.
Nah, it wasn't like a.
It
didn't
just
feel
feels
an
like.
ending.
It just feels like a kind of weird cliffhanger type of thing.
Nah, it just ends like
Abrupt.
this. Yeah, it just ends, and then season 4 came around, and then around season 5 they make fun of season 4. They call it
Like-
the gas leak year.
Oh.
So that's why like so many dumb shit happened in the show in that season. So they just write it off like, it's because it was the gas leak. There was a gas leak.
Jesus Christ.
And then the funny thing is, after season 5, the show got canceled, and then Yahoo ended up picking it up because they had their own streaming service.
Yahoo.
Yeah, I forget what it's
Yeah.
called. Yahoo.
Yahoo had a streaming service? Why
They
am I-
did have a streaming
Why
service.
am I just now hearing about this?
Because they fucking ended.
What? Yahoo
Did you deadass
Screen.
not know that?
I have never heard of this.
Well, it's called Yahoo Screen. They were like hella writing on
I
Community.
guess they were a video hosting service from 2006. But then they relaunched. Oh, that was Yahoo Video. But then they relaunched as Yahoo Screen in 2011.
Mhm. So, and Yahoo ended up picking up Community for one more season.
Yeah, I'm reading that here. Okay, Yahoo had they ceased last year in June 30th, so it's about to be the 1-year anniversary of their demise.
Yeah, it failed. It failed really hard, and they were blaming Community for it.
No, I wouldn't say so.
I know a lot of people were like, it's because the execution was bad. They didn't have that many good shows or like content to begin with.
I see.
But the good thing about season 6 was that it did have like a finality to it. So like even if it got canceled, like even if it randomly got canceled, it still felt like it had a good ending.
I see.
So yeah, 5 and 6 are okay. It's because like 4 really did a lot of damage, but 5 and 6 are decent. You can really tell like the quality from like season 1 and 6, because 6 feels more grounded,
Yeah.
and that's because like they had to film it in an actual fucking set. Like they had to what did they do? They owned since they couldn't afford to have like a huge studio, they ended up building the entire set.
Oh wow.
Like all the sets they've been in, they had to build it in a parking garage.
And then just like that.
Yeah, just like that, and that's why it looks so different. If you ever like look at scenes from season 6 compared to season 1,
So what's it even about, bro? Because like I don't know. It's one of those shows like I vaguely know.
it's just like a group of misfits at a college.
Okay.
One's a failed lawyer, one's an anarchist, and then fucking guy that peaked in high school, uh, fuck, what was Annie's? Annie, pill addict. She was an addict. And then there's a good Christian mother, and then there's an old man.
Well, that's an
And
ensemble,
then
but that sounds like a
their dean is a pansexual person.
yeah, that sounds like a very typical TV program
It is
type of
typical,
cast.
and they make fun of like the situation of it,
That's like
and
that
how
one picture.
and how TV
Right?
shows like they make fun of like the tropes.
This episode was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
They don't do it's not like that kind of a sitcom.
No, yeah, I know.
The cameras move. There's no laugh tracks. They make fun of like tropes and stuff like that. Oh, and then there's Abed. He's like, what was he? He's like an autistic, not a genius. He's like a really like a nerd. Geek.
I don't know.
But it's weird. They just do a lot of weird shit most of the time. Like 1 minute they could be trying to study for a fucking test, to having a paintball war, to having a zombie
What's
invasion.
Donald Glover's character?
He's a high school jock.
Really?
Who peaked in high school. That's his character.
Okay.
He has the funniest lines too, though. Everyone has like good comedic timing and chemistry. I think that's what really sold the show for me was the actors giving it like 100%.
What would you rate it?
Fucking.
Okay. First three
It's a
seasons.
little hard because
first three seasons would you rate it?
10 out of 10, bitch.
Okay. Last 3 seasons.
One of my favorite shows of all time. It's up there now.
Last 3 seasons.
Fuck, that's like 7.
All together.
And then all of them all together?
Like a 9 probably for you.
It's probably a 9. I mean, because it's not bad either. It's like there's no. I mean, there's some episodes where I'm just like, I didn't like it. That's especially season 4. I can't really rewatch season 4. I usually skip over it.
Just watch the best highlights of it or something.
I do, but I end up watching the entire episode. It's just something fun. You can find something new about it, and like I like finding new jokes or things that I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that, and like their writing's pretty clever. They do a lot of racist jokes, but they're not like straight up offensive.
A lot of edgy racist jokes.
Yeah, they're edgy. It's a little edgy. But I can see why people back then weren't like super hyped about it, because the ratings for that show weren't that great.
Because it was too edgy for them. They didn't understand. Now everyone's edgy.
Not everyone's edgy. I feel like it fits now. I think a lot of people would like it now, and I'm glad that I've noticed that there's like an influx of fans watching it now because of Netflix. Because I've been going like on YouTube and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm glad everyone's watching it." It's great. I like it, and hopefully they make a movie because they made this thing where like, I think it was around season 2. They're like, "We're gonna make 6 seasons in a movie," and now we already have 6.
Still holding on to that movie.
We're all holding on to that movie.
Comunidad en la película.
Also, the actors they did like a table read not too long ago, like I think like a couple weeks ago.
I see.
Even Donald Glover did it.
El Donald Glover.
It was sad that he left too, a little bit. He leaves the show around season 5.
It's because he had to drop it like the Nasdaq.
Because he wanted to pursue his music career.
Which he kind of doesn't want to pursue anymore.
When he was talking about it, he wanted to do Atlanta too.
God, that last Childish Gambino was kind of underwhelming. Even though I was pretty hyped about it when it came out.
I was too. I mean, you actually liked it.
It's different, but like it got boring after a while. Like re-listening to it was just like, okay, this is kind of boring.
I only listened to like 2 tracks.
The song with Savage went kind of hard though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I like 1910 and Algorithm.
Yeah, Algorithm went pretty hard, I'd say.
That one actually would go pretty hard. But yeah, it was super underwhelming.
You know, it was a good album that a lot of people slept on. That people weren't like. I don't know. I think when it comes to like maybe I won't even say if it's the same vibe or not. The Mike Dean album that came out, that one was pretty good. I don't know if you even know who that is. Well, Mike Dean is a music producer that has worked with a lot of people, especially in music. Like he can go as far back as Selena. Rest in peace, Elena. And like works with a lot of people today, like Kanye and Travis, just to name two artists. That album was very experimental. Honestly, if you can remember the names to the album, good luck. But it had a really good sound. I think it's just a trance the whole time. It's very experimental, and it's just noises, and you're just there, and you're just like, why? It's like thinking about stuff. I don't know. I liked it. 9 out of 10, I'd say.
Yeah, I haven't been listening to music as much.
Why?
I just don't feel like it.
Music will find you.
Music will find me.
Well, I bet you're not looking for new music right now. You're probably listening to your older music.
No, I haven't even listened to my older music, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of
Yeah.
just stopped. Just stopped giving a shit.
Feeling something else.
I am in a very depressive state.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that my 10th margarita?
Goddamn. But anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed our first episode.
Very
This will be
underwhelming, I bet.
very underwhelming.
We'll get better at it.
We'll get better
Next
at
week
it. We're
We'll interview
yeah,
a
no,
dinosaur.
or something. We're gonna get so high, we'll see a dinosaur.
Yes.
Yes.
We don't condone smoking. I don't smoke, just to be clear.
Yes. You just
I
not
don't
smoke.
approve the marijuanas.
Not yet.
No, just I don't.
No.
It's very, very bad. Very bad for you.
El malo.
Stay in school.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
But yeah, guys, this will be a weekly podcast.
Yes.
We'll be seeing you every Monday.
We'll find better topics next time.
We'll find better topics. Let's not forget this is a very boring year so far altogether.
No, it's very depressing.
Very depressing.
A lot of things happen that I don't approve of, and I wish I could restart.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we'll
And this
tune
is the
in.
worst timeline too.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, guys, no, we'll tune in next Monday for our next episode. Until then, stay safe and
Stay frosty.
there you go.
No one says that anymore.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night. Bye bye. See ya.